Alright, today we're going to build a team around two units that have kind of similar abilities, but you would never normally play them in the same team. In fact, one of them is actually very uncommon, and that is the woolly rhino. Now, woodpecker, which I'm sure I'll put both of these in the thumbnail, but woodpecker is incredibly common. There are a bunch of teams that are kind of like staples in customs, and you'll see them pretty regularly. But woolly rhino is one of those units that, although I think it is very good, no one really plays it. Now, part of that may be that it's in Mini Pack 3, so obviously there are going to be more people that have Star Pack unlocked than have the Mini Pack. So I'm sure that contributes to it. But woolly rhino is a sniping unit, and it's similar to woodpecker in that it targets the front enemies on the opposing team. And it deals damage based on how many different ailments you have on your squad. So what I want to do with these two is have them both in the same team, but I also want to have the battle begin where we don't have any ailments at all. Now, I'll give you a minute to think about how we're going to achieve that, and then it all will be revealed. So taking the Griffin here just for the usual, we could end up getting level 3 unit from Stoat. I think we're going to need reasonably high levels on these units. They are both tier 5, so a head start on that would be good. Doesn't look like we get anything that we actually need here. I think I might just take the platypus anyway. Okay, maybe not. We'll take the blowfish, I guess. I don't actually remember which other units are going to be in this team. Obviously, the distinction between woodpecker and woolly rhino is that woodpecker can target friends. I guess you could potentially put silly on a woolly rhino, but each snipe that a woolly rhino does is going to be much higher damage, whereas woodpecker is delivering lots of small strikes. So it's very good for the repeating hurt abilities like blowfish, like triceratops and so on. Okay, I was looking for something there. I'm not sure what it was exactly. I think I'm now starting to remember which other pets we need in this team. And I don't think it is blowfish. I think we'll get away with a win here. Yep. That's good. Always nice to win when you have the level 2 or higher Stoat on board. The treasure chest produces a fruit fly, which I think we'll probably just sell, will we? Okay, we get the crow. I guess, yeah, we're hunting for some specific tier 4s here. But gelada is fine. And then probably freeze the churros. Actually get another gelada. So here we go. We get one of the units that we need, which is the leaf gecko. Now, leaf gecko is another one that I don't see too many people playing. I think you would generally just play microbe instead, even though microbe is toned down a bit. Leaf gecko is so unreliable. It provides random ailments instead of always being weakness. And you can see here on turn 7 against Ochi, the leaf gecko gives all the ailments to my side. So yeah, not the greatest. But I think what we're going to do here is, yeah, we get the level up on the gelada, so we can bring in the woodpecker now, and then I think roll once and hope to get another food, or maybe we'll just take, yeah, we can just use the churros. The geladas will be able to be transformed afterwards, so we could potentially get a level 3 leaf gecko that way. Even though we've got another one frozen in the shop, but like that is a ridiculous amount of stats to be gaining on turn 8 there. But woodpecker is just an ultra strong unit by itself. There's so many applications for it. Obviously, it can go wrong if they have like double hurt pet at the front. But generally, if you're worried about that, you can play units that will counteract that, you know, like, oh, what's the name of it? Like Ibex or Fossa. You can also move positions of units. But like here, you can see with the addition of the Kiwano, the woodpecker knocks out the first 2 units. So woolly rhino, like you don't necessarily need woolly rhino to have a strong woodpecker team. Okay, the transformation gives us another blowfish, which is not going to help. But we can use alpaca here to shortcut to level 2 Anubis. We only need level 2 because leaf gecko is tier 4. So now you can see how we're going to achieve getting a bunch of different ailments on our team. If we can have a higher level leaf gecko, and then the Anubis activates it at the beginning of the battle, it will give a bunch of ailments to our side, but also the opponent's side. As you can see here, we get a bunch of different stuff. I think we're going to lose as a result. Maybe we're going to lose anyway. But yeah, it would be nice if the leaf gecko will give us a bunch of different ailments that will then allow the woolly rhino to trigger as many times as possible. So just going to look for woolly rhino now. And actually we rolled 2 of them, which is perfect, because I think the intention here is just to run 2 of them at the back. Okay, well, we're going to take Anubis churros first. We need that to make sure it goes off before the woodpecker. It does mean that the Kiwano on the woodpecker won't do anything, but that's a small price to pay for potentially putting weakness or exposed or something on one of the units at the front. So probably alpaca, just get rid of it now and put another woodpecker in for this next turn. Or maybe we can just combine it for level 2.33, yep. Now, leaf gecko, I think it was changed, or maybe it was changed before it was released, I can't remember. But it the ailments on the enemies do extra, are multiplied. So there you could see that we gave them tasty, and it actually multiplied, so we got double buffs. And then we got 2 activations from it. So unfortunately they went to the alpaca, but that's the benefit of having this unit that puts ailments on basically everything. Now the woolly rhinos do actually need all the ailments to be different, so I think it helps definitely by taking 2 of them here, because then even if we only get 1 or 2 ailments like we do here, we're still going to do a decent amount of damage. And much like with other woodpecker builds, you can see that we're just wiping large portions of the opposing team. As we get to level 3, and it looks like we're going to go for level 3 leaf gecko. I think if you get level 3 leaf gecko, it will cover everything in ailments. The question is whether or not we get that far. Now here's a hurt team, and they've actually got Great One as well. So yeah, we do end up losing there. I guess that's the woodpecker kryptonite. But now we've got level 3. Hopefully every single unit on the team should now get an ailment, including the leaf gecko itself, I think. And look at this, it's a massive behemoth. Okay, the leaf gecko doesn't get anything, but all the snipes are concentrated onto behemoth because the panda fainted, and then it's double value crisp, and we pick up the win. So this was not a hard build to make at all, because woodpecker is just so good. But I think the randomness of leaf gecko Anubis really does add something to the equation.